corporate versus independent estate agents. Today, I'm joined by Thew, who is the sales director of Mishon Mackay. And he has both worked in senior roles in corporate estate agency and also independent. And corporate versus independent, and let's be honest, it doesn't matter who owns it. It's what's the best of both worlds? How does that work? Talk to me.
I think best of both worlds is discipline and structure.
I'm assuming that's from the corporate land.
Discipline and structure, absolutely. And then the independent land, allowing people to have their wings. Growth of people is going to be is a really important part, and I don't think that you often see that as much in corporate land as you would do in independent land.
Is that because the corporates fear letting go of control? I'm not going to mention any names, but there are some corporates out there that won't even let their staff even like something on LinkedIn, let alone comment, let alone even have a personal brand.
Well, I mean, I guess that's wrong, but I didn't know that. But I'm from my perspective, I think let people have their natural flair and natural ability can only be a good thing. So if people are being held back or pegged back because their business wants to go in a different way, well, then they need to pick up the phone to another agent.
What are your thoughts on personal branding? I mean, there's an awful lot of self-employed estate agents out there that are going that way. I mean, you're sales director of a firm of seven branches. If one of your guys and girls said, I want to push my personal brand out, what would your thoughts be on that?
Go for it.
Don't you fear that they'll become more important than the brand?
No, I think if they are great, I think what I always think though is there's no person bigger than a brand. The brand is representative of all the individuals and us as a team. I think if someone can build a name for themselves in an area or a district or a postcode and they become the go-to person, then fantastic. I think, I implore them to do that. I want them to do that.
That's quite innovative because there's most bosses of a 7-branch network, the ones I talk to, they like to hold the control.
Yeah, I think
the levers.
One of my things that I am quite proud of is letting my people have their personality and their natural flair. By salespeople, by their very nature, they have amazing personalities.
Yes.
Idiosyncrasies, they're a lot. Let the public see that, and let the public actually, instruct us or instruct them for their personality vis-a-vis just Mishon Mackay above the door.
Aren't you worried that they might go and set up their own agency?
I'd be proud if they did.
It's quite ballsy to say, mate.
I'd be proud. Why would I be proud? I think, I've seen some. I've got people working within my business that I employed when I was 17, when they were 17, and I've also got people that I employed when they were 19, and both of those guys are running my two big offices, two big players.
What's your thoughts on larger chains like this? I know you're not a chain, but you are a chain of estate agents. Is potentially the self-employed model an option, not necessarily for your firm, but just generally? That I'm starting to hear on the grapevine that there are firms out there that are considering that.
Yeah, I think again, from where I was as a spotty teenager at 19 to now the grandad age of 40, agencies evolved, but that's magical. That's a good thing for our industry. And hey, listen, there's a huge amount to be said about the work-life balance. I think that's really important, and if self-employed agency can offer that, and that individual's in a position to go and do that financially and have that backing, then absolutely go for it.
If any boss is watching this, there are a couple of agents who've already gone down that route. First one is Sean Newman, who runs the Property Experts from the Midlands, and I'd also check out Ian Preston. He did that a couple of years ago from Preston Baker in Yorkshire. I think it's genuinely something that I think is going to evolve, where large firms like yourselves are considering it. So yeah, interesting times ahead in the industry. So thank you for your time today, Chris.
Pleasure.